Well, here we go. It is day 12 of the 12 days of 2020 holiday style. And welcome back. This is going to be the concluding episode, if you want to call it that, of this series that I've done. I've certainly had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope that you've gotten some valuable tips over the last, I guess, since Thanksgiving. So I can't believe it's the 16th of December, which means guess what? Christmas is next week and New Year's is right around the corner. I think we are all very excited to see 2021 come in. Not sure exactly what it's going to bring, but I certainly think we all are filled with hope and we are all very excited about what's happening with the vaccines and the distribution. And so I think optimistic and optimism is the going to be the word for 2021. So today, first of all, for those of you that are on right now, go ahead and put your name in the comment section because remember I said that if you're here live today, you would get a ticket, another ticket in the list here of people that have been participating. So you get another ticket if you're participating today just by putting your name into the comments area. Um, so what I'd like to do is to have us think a little bit, thanks Denise, think a little bit to the future. 2020 style, think to 2021. And the topic I want to talk about today is sustainability in your closet and sustainability in the fashion industry. And I have to say that, I'm not an expert in this field by any matter of means, but to me, it's something that I think is really important. And I'm certainly have my radar up. I'm certainly paying attention. I'm observing, I'm watching, I'm reading whenever I can. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same because as what we can do as consumers is to be conscious of how our fashion houses and our manufacturers really affect our planet and how they are trying to be more sustainable. And there's some that are definitely have been on the bandwagon for a few years, and there are others that still aren't there yet. So I'm not here to talk about those that aren't. I'm here to talk about those that are. Um, I don't know if you know of the company. It's a management consulting firm called McKinsey and Company, and they're world renowned. And I recently read a report that was generated by them very recently, and I'm just going to read you a couple of things from. Hi Peggy and hi Roberta. Glad you're here. Your name's going to go in another ticket. Anyway, this report said, quote, is while the fashion industry is reorganizing for the next normal, because by the way, the fashion industry has really been hit this year and it's just got, the industry in upheaval. So while they're reorganizing for the next normal, it should consider that consumers want fashion players to uphold their social and environmental responsibilities amid the crisis. Of surveyed consumers, 67% consider the use of sustainable materials to be an important purchasing factor, and 63% consider a brand's promotion of sustainability in that same way. They went on to say in another part of the report, as a result of the COVID 19 crisis, 65% of responders are planning to purchase more durable fashion items, and 71% are planning to keep the items they already have for a longer period of time. Additionally, 57% of responders are willing to repair items to prolong the usage. So I have always been a proponent of quality, not quantity. It's something I've believed in. I've invested in classic pieces for years and years and years. And I hope over these past 12 episodes, you've had an opportunity to see that I was really just pulling things out of my closet and reusing them, or giving myself and all of you, I hope, inspiration to find new ways of putting things together. Okay, this little scarf that's been in my closet, I don't know, 5 years. I've probably worn it once. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get it out and I'm going to wear white today to conclude the end of this series. And what a fun little piece. Well, now I'm inspired to do more with this piece. So that's what I'm hoping for you, that you're going to be inspired to go into that closet and to really pull out the things you haven't, you may have to dust them off a little bit, but see what you can do and how you can put them away, put them together in a way that's new and exciting for you, rather than going back and doing the same old thing that you've always done. So repurpose and recreate new outfits. And that's what I hope that I've inspired you to be thinking about. Okay, so let's get it back to the sustainability. And I'm just going to give you some brands that you may know that are definitely ones that conserve, and ones that are conscious of the planet and how the manufacturing goes. And because I have to tell you, the manufacturing of fashion really is pretty brutal on the planet. So many, and probably some of you know, of course, Eileen Fisher. And she has been pounding, this message home for quite a number of years. I don't know if she was the leader or one of the leaders, but boy, she really believes in this. And I hope she's inspired others to do the same. So, Patagonia is one that is into repair and reuse and recycle. Eileen Fisher, just to talk about that, if you have Eileen Fisher pieces and you have an Eileen Fisher store near you, you can take pieces back into the store and they will give you a percentage back on anything that you buy new. So that's, kind of keeping it going rather than throwing it in the landfill. And then what she does with the pieces is that she repurposes the fabric, or she recuts them or redesigns them, and she is very conscious of keeping the planet healthier than we are. Rag and Bone is another one that does denim recycling. Levi's. Now, some of these brands I don't know well. I've just started researching and investigating them, if you will. So I'm just going to throw them out there for you to be able to do the same. Amour Vert, Amour, Vert, Vert, or Vert, maybe in French, Amour Vert. Amour, Amur. Mara Hoffman, Hoffman. Another Tomorrow, Mother of Pearl. And of course, then we have the clothing rental companies that, for a while I would hear people say, oh, I don't want to wear what somebody else has already worn. Well, we're doing consignment, and clothing rental is just kind of a version of that, where you can rent the clothes, you can wear them, you can return them. They, obviously prepare them to go back into their inventory and then to be rented again. So rent, return, repeat is kind of their motto. We've got rent the runway. So if you've got special occasions and you don't want to go out and buy something new that you know you're only going to wear once or twice, Rent the Runway is a great option for you. The Real, and of course, our consignment stores. So those are just a few that you might want to look at. Some are high end, some are not, not so much. One thing that I also noticed is there was a list, I think it was on Google that I saw it, and there was a list of 30 sustainable companies that are kind of up and coming and getting some traction. And I was surprised at how many of those companies actually are California-based companies. So I also noticed that a lot of them are a little organic, however, in their styling. And so if you're not sort of an organic style person, that may not really fit, into your style recipe or your style story. But, keep an eye out, because I think we are seeing some of the higher end brands and fashion houses now to be doing more sustainability in their production and their design. So, what are the fabrics that are most sustainable? Anybody have a guess? You want to put it into the comments section if you do. Any ideas of what fabric might be the most sustainable, followed by some others? And while you're thinking and putting your ideas in, I'm going to write down these names. So I see Denise and Peggy and Roberta. Denise, Peggy, Roberta. Denise, Peggy, Roberta, Betty. Okay, so Denise took a stab at it and she said cotton. That's not the top, but it's close to the top. And the very top, number one fabric that is most sustainable is wool, because it's a natural fiber. Cotton is too, however, but you don't have to clean wool as often. It's you can wear a suit for quite a bit of time before you have to take it to the cleaners, or have it I don't know, hung out to dry, so to speak, outside to air it out. But with cotton, that's not true. We have a tendency to wash cotton, we have a tendency to wash linen, so it's not quite as sustainable as wool happens to be. So, pay attention to your labels and actually read the labels. So, what do I take away from all of this? Well, first of all, to buy less, but buy better quality so that it stands the test of time. Be conscious of your consumption. Okay, so do you need another one of those things that you already have 10 of? So think about, do you really need it? So be conscious. And when you find gaps in your closet or gaps in outfits that it's just yearning for a piece to really complete it and to add the pizzazz to it, that's when you go ahead and add the item, but not just for the sake of fast fashion. Okay, reuse what's already in your closet. And we've talked about this over the last 12 days, find new ways. And it's what I love helping my clients do. But I can tell you in 2021, I'll be doing a lot more of that work with with my clients in their closets. Because what I want to be able to do is to show my clients new ways of being able to use a particular piece or to combine things in a fresh new way. So I encourage you to do that as well. Um, let's see, self-knowledge. I think we've talked a bit about that over these 12 days. Really knowing what works for you, understanding your colors and what brings you, forth, so we see you and you stand in your beauty. You have to certainly understand your body, and you have to buy things and understand, okay, what is your lifestyle? So if you were that corporate woman for many, many years and that's where you spent your career, but now you've retired and you're at home, the tendency is that you were used to buying those corporate things. So those are things you're comfortable with, and you want to go back and buy those same kinds of things, a new jacket or a new blouse or, pumps. But now, does that really fit into your life today? Probably not. So, really coming to grips with that and understanding that and do a pivot and start shopping for the life you're living today is so important. Or, I should say, the life that you're going to be living when COVID-19 is in the rearview mirror. And I hope that's sooner than later. And then, of course, get to know your sustainable fabrics and your sustainable brands, read labels, do your research, and be willing to try a new article of clothing from a new brand and test it out and really, get a sense of whether it's something that you like, that you enjoy, that you would like to purchase more of when you need the items. So that is what I want to say about sustainability. Not a long mantra here today, but just to give you some incentive to think about this, to look to the future, to pay attention to what's going on in the fashion industry, and to be a conscious consumer. So let me see if I have any other comments here or any additional people. Natural fibers such as wool, cotton, and bamboo. Yes, Betty, absolutely. Yep, wool and bamboo. Yep, you got it. Number one, wool. And then I'm not sure where bamboo comes in, but certainly linen and cotton. Well, I guess bamboo can be a close sister to linen and to bamboo. So there you have it for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. What I would like to show you is that we've got, whoops, who did I drop on the floor? Okay, pick it up. We've got lots of names in here. So every time you put a picture in or you made a comment that I asked you to make, your name went in here. So, and Denise says yes, and also pay attention to where the garment is made. Yes, because we've got to be aware of that, because obviously some countries don't have in effect the same kinds of laws that we do here in this country, and so do we want to be a party to that is the question. All right, so here we go. Drum roll, please. So remember, what I'm doing is I'm drawing a name out of here for a complimentary seat to my Style Shift program that's starting on February 2nd. And it's a 5-week program. We meet once a week from 4:30 to, I think, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And this is an exploratory, experiential course. I actually participate in the course right along with you. So I'm learning things about myself as I go through. I'm guiding, I'm kind of orchestrating the conversation, but the course is really your course, and you're going to get out of it what you put into it. But I think it's a really fun, exciting course, and I think everyone that went through it in September felt the same way. And one of the things they particularly loved was actually observing one another, to be able to really see how all of us manifest our style in a different way. And all of us have different style personalities. And how do we express that personality through the clothes we wear? Because our clothes, our style is a visual communicator on behalf of us. So are we really communicating what we think we're communicating, or how could we communicate it differently or better? And I think personally that style changes over time. So if you have felt maybe a little bit of shift, that's why Style Shift, if you felt a little bit of a shift as to, things that made you happy a few years ago maybe aren't quite so exciting anymore, and you say, I'm kind of sick of what's in my closet and I don't really know why, this is a great class for you. So even if you don't win today, please, I welcome you to come join us. You can sign up on my website, as I think I mentioned before, going to powerful-presence.com/style-shift. That's where you can read a little bit more about it, and also you can sign up right there. So here we go. And the winner is, okay, here's the winner. The winner is, look at that, Denise. Hey, won't that be fun to have you? So excited. Wonderful. For those of you that didn't win, come have fun with us and play with us again. I know you're all interested in the topic of style and fashion, and so continue to play with Denise and myself and others that will be in the class. Um, Also, for any of you that may be, I think all of you are probably on my email list, but those are that are going to watch this replay later. If you're not on my email list and you'd like to be kept abreast of things, just go ahead and direct message me with your email and I'll make sure that you're on the list. Um, Denise says, thank you. I'm excited to be in the group. Well, very good. Excited to have you. And Betty says, congratulations, Denise. Yes. All right, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Email about Style Shift. Oh, also feel free to share any of the videos that, the 12 videos. Go ahead and share them out. I would actually really appreciate it. Get the word out. What I've found is I actually enjoy doing this. And so, what I intend to do is to continue to make a commitment to myself to come back and do more Facebook Lives. And what I would love to hear from you, and you can direct message me or email me, those of you that have my email address, would be to tell me if there's anything in particular that you'd like me to talk about. Because you may have things on your mind that I'm not thinking about, and I would love to be able to address whatever questions or concerns or curiosity that you may have. So go ahead and send that information to me. And then those you are watching on replay, go ahead, put a hashtag replay so I know that you are there. So anyway, I just want to tell you again and say thank you so much for being here, for joining me. Some of you started on video day one and are still here today. So I appreciate that. I wish you all a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and certainly Happy New Year's. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let's cheer on 2021 and all the new possibilities that are going to arise for all of us. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And Betty says, I got dressed for a holiday Zoom party and finished with a spritz of perfume. Oh, wonderful. What was the perfume? Do you remember? I love perfume myself. I get so worried about, well, if you're on Zoom, nobody's going to smell it, but except for you. But these days, there's so many people with allergies that I get worried about putting on my favorite perfume and then going out into the public. How do you all feel about that? Do you kind of think twice about that? But good for you, Betty, for taking care of yourself. One little simple thing that's self-care that you can do to make yourself feel better. And I think that's what this is all about. So let's see if Betty answered. No, I don't see an answer as to what her fragrance was, but go ahead and put that into the comments later and we'll come back and review. I thank all of you that put your comments in about what lipsticks and what colors. I'm going to look up a couple of those colors. They sound kind of yummy. Denise says she loves perfume too, but have transitioned to using essential oils. Okay, that's wonderful. Do you use the doTERRA essential oils or do you have another brand that you use? Peggy, okay, I try to wear perfume. I wear 3 of the top 5 to which people are allergic. Oh dear. Well, okay then. I guess you don't wear it when you're around your sister, however. Yeah, but see how many people do have the allergies. Yeah, even a sister. And yet you don't have the allergy. Interesting. Well, continue the conversation in the Powerful Presence with Marian Gellatly. Denise says Young Living essential oils. All right. Do you represent them, Denise? Something you represent? We should all know about that if you do. And if you do, maybe you could even post something here in this thread and give us a URL. That would be nice. I would love for all of you to stay connected and stay engaged in the Powerful Presence with Marianne Gallantley page. As you know, with Facebook, sometimes it's a real challenge with the pages because I can post and Facebook's algorithm doesn't push things out. I watched what actually happened with these 12 days. And the first day, like over 500 views. And as the time has gone on, they're not pushing them out quite as much. So fewer viewership, because what they want me to do is to go ahead and boost them and pay for the boost. So it's like kind of discouraging, but it is what it is. And I'm happy to have the forum because otherwise I wouldn't be able to talk to you this way. And Betty says, my fragrance is Angel. Okay. One of the few benefits of sheltering in place, I don't have to worry about anyone other than my husband. Yes, I totally agree with that. And I'm sure your husband probably enjoys the scent as well. I know my husband enjoys the perfumes that I wear as well. And Denise, thank you. I'm glad to hear you represent Young Living Essential Oils. And yeah, that's lousy that Facebook wants you to boost. Oh yeah, it's all about the pay to play with Facebook. So you try and get the organic reach going, and what helps is when people comment, like you're all commenting, or when you go ahead and share something. So when you share, then it gets out to your friends and so on and so forth, and there's just a wider reach. So it's a whole it's a whole interesting game, that's for sure. But I've had fun doing this. It's pushed me a little bit out of my comfort zone, made me learn a little bit more about technology, and I was pleasantly surprised. Actually, it wasn't all that hard, but I thought it was. But I have realized that it really isn't. And so, any of you that are thinking about doing lives, I encourage you to give it a try. So, all right, Denise, thank you. She's going to put her URL here. If you have any interest in contacting Denise or see what she does, that would be great. And Denise, I'll be in touch with you after the first of the year and we'll get you registered and get you in the loop. And I look forward to seeing all of you again in the new year. And again, thank you so much for being here, for participating, and I hope you've taken some good tips home. One of the things that might be fun for me is if in the comment section, when you have time, maybe you could put some comments about what was, the most one or two valuable tips or hints that you got out of this, or what you enjoyed most. That would be helpful to me to know, how to what people enjoy and what people don't enjoy. So very good, ladies. Happy holidays and see you again in 2021. Bye bye now.